With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. We're nearing the end of the season, everybody. 7 games left for the Montreal Canadiens. Massive, massive game tonight in Montreal. It is a sold-out crowd tonight at the Bell Center. Puck has just dropped. Let's get the stats up for everybody. Get your score predictions in the chat. It's the Flyers and Montreal Canadiens. It's got to be Montreal. I'm feeling the Montreal vibes tonight. It's got to be Montreal. Get this in. There we go. We got ears. Now I can hear it. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. Happy Hockey Night in Canada. It is a Saturday after all. Hope we're doing well. Thank you for joining me tonight on this stream. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Smash the like button as well. Follow us on the social media at HockeyPodNet. It's the instant Twitter. I am on Twitter as well. If you want to check me out, it's at Grant Hakeem. That's my name. Is my Twitter handle as well. And if you want to make a donation, do that through the live chat. And also thank you to the sponsors, DraftKings and Game Time. Use the promo code THPN for both. With Game Time, you get $20 off your first purchase, which is amazing. So make sure you use it, especially if you want to get tickets, because tickets are getting out of hand. I saw tickets for the Islanders and Washington Capitals game tomorrow. It's like $1,000 to go see that game because Ovechkin might break the goal scoring record. He's already tied it last night, which is incredible. We'll see if he does it against the Islanders. That'd be the most Islander thing ever, but we'll see. Shot by Andre, saved by Montembeault. Speaking of that, let's do lineups because I always forget to do lineups. While I figure out lineups, score predictions, you gotta let me know. It's gotta be Montreal. I'm gonna go for, I don't know, I'm thinking, 4? It's usually a high scoring whenever I've watched Montreal. It's usually pretty high scoring. I'm sniffing out like a 4-3 game right now for Montreal. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it'll go into overtime. You never know, though. But I think it's going to be 4-3 regulation win for Montreal. And according to the mathematicians, because I have no idea how they do this, there's the playoff odds, your percentage odds to make it into the postseason. If Montreal wins the game tonight in regulation, they have a 75% chance to make the postseason. So almost a lock, honestly. Would have to crumble to miss it at that point. They do hold the last wild card spot. And we can take a look at the standings too. They do hold the last wild card spot. You have like the Rangers, Red Wings, Columbus, and Islanders are like in the hunt, you would say. I think it's probably the Rangers and Columbus that are the teams you got to worry about. But yeah, I don't know. The Rangers just don't seem too interested on making the playoffs. I think you will see Montreal in the last spot. Bobby Brink at the outside of the post. It's been mostly Philadelphia to start this game. Kapanen chips it out. Okay, lineups. Here we go. We'll start with... should we do Philly first since they're the road team? We could do Philly. So your first line is Forrester Cates, who is from Minnesota. Shout out No Cates. Bobby Brink from University of Denver. Michkov, Couturier, Konechny. Third line of Pelletier, Paling, also from Minnesota. Tippett, Delorier, Dorwart, I think that's how you say it. Hathaway. On defense, you got Nick Seeler. Shout out Seeler. Sanheim. Cam York, Drysdale, Zamula, Andre. And then in net, you have Samuel Urson. Kind of a sneaky goalie, Urson. I think he's really, really good. He's kind of on and off. A bit like... Oh! They score! Great play, and it's Ryan Paling. Courtesy of Lakeville, Minnesota, I think. Ryan Paling gets the Flyers on the board first. And it's been all Philadelphia this entire game so far. All Philly. They've gotten the forecheck to go. They've been cycling the puck really well. And it's just kind of a sloppy play there. That's not Slavkovsky, is it? Peltier, excuse me. Oh, that is Slavkovsky, yes. Well, you don't pay him to play defense, but that is poor defensive play by Slavkovsky. Nothing Matabo can do on that one. 1-0 Flyers. Ryan Paling. There you go. Do we have the Flyers goal horn on here? We do. Oh, that's enough. That's enough of that racket. No Montreal horn, though. Good to know. But yeah, on defense, as we were saying, Seeler, Sanheim, York, Drysdale, Zamula, Andre. We did that already. And then Urson in net. For Montreal, Slavkovsky, Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Patrick Laine, Newhook, Heineman, Gallagher, Dvorak, Anderson, Armia, Evans, Pizzetta. On defense, you got Carrier and Matheson, Lane Hudson and Gooley. Love watching Lane Hudson. Savard, Struble, and then in net, Samuel Montembeau. And those are your starting lineups, everybody. But yeah, I hope Montreal makes it. Of all the teams in the hunt, they're probably my favorite team that I'd root for to make it in. I mean, of course, I'm an Islanders fan. They're my number one. They don't deserve to be in the playoffs, though, so I don't want them in it. Let's have Montreal in it, please. It's been a little while, though, since they've been in the postseason. Because I know that obviously they made it during COVID, but like besides the COVID year, I can't remember the last time they were in it. It's been a long time. A very long time. Danielle says, what's up? What's up, Daniel? Jared says, hello, Ovechkin is 1 goal away. And Fraser Minton is making his Bruins debut tonight. Montreal hasn't made the playoffs since 2020. Well, I know they made it in 2020. I just can't remember before that because it was a lot easier for the Canadian teams to make the postseason just because how they did the divisions and whatnot. Oh no, Carrier. High sticks Michkov. 4-minute power play for the Flyers here. Bad to worse for Montreal. Not the start you wanted on this hockey night in Canada. Big hockey night in Canada. We won't have too many more of these. You might have like a couple more of these. 3 more? 2 more weeks? 3 more weeks? 2 more weeks? I don't know. Let's see if I can find... So they made it in, obviously, 2020, 2021. That's when they made it to the Cup final. Oh, they made it in 2019 and 2020. They lost in the first round. I don't remember that at all. Okay. Was that COVID as well? 19 and 20. I'm trying to think. That would have been another COVID year, right? So that was the bubble. That was the bubble. 1920. 2021 was the weird divisions that they did. And then 21-22 was the first normal season. Okay. Good clearance for Montreal. So without COVID, the last time they made it in like a normal season was 2016-2017 when they lost in the first round. That's insane. Almost a decade. Here we go. Suzuki drops it off. Dvorak missed the net. Gotta hit the net. Very good kill for Montreal. They look dangerous. Also, can I say the crowd tonight in Montreal so far, electric. I believe it's sold out. It looks sold out on TV. Incredible. I know they made it in 2011. I lost the page I was on. Here comes Evans. Still Evans. Cuts it back. And he'll play it back to kill more time. Love it. They did make it in 2011, yes. So they made it in... without the 2 COVID years. They made it in 2017, 2015, 14, 13... 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, 04, 02. So they've actually made it quite a bit if you look at it since the year 2000 to 2025. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 times in 25 years. That's not horrible. Not horrible. It's not like the Buffalo Sabres bad. Jared says, hey, my Maine Black Bears won the Hockey East tournament. They did, yes. Then they got absolutely shellacked by Penn State, who were my pick to win the NCAA tournament, by the way. From the very beginning, I'm like, it's Penn State's year. They've been playing too well. Joel Armia coming in. Wrap around. Can't get it to go. Here's Suzuki off the bench. This feels like a Montreal power play. Goodness me. Oh! Armia couldn't set it up for Gouli. What a kill this is. My goodness. Here's Konechny with it now. Shot goes wide. And that'll do it for the power play for the Flyers. How about that, everybody? What a kill. That's an insane kill. Roger says hello from Wallace, Nova Scotia. What is up, Roger? Good to see you again. Shout out Wallace. We love Wallace on the channel. Jared says, and then we lost to Penn State. Yes. You picked Penn State as well. I knew Maine was going to beat Penn State. Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy year for college hockey. Crazy year. Here's Lane Hudson. Oh, no! How did that not go in for Montreal? Great save by Urson. I gotta say, I love the end-to-end action with no whistles. I love this. I love this. We haven't had a whistle in like 5-6 minutes. Here's Bobby Brink. University of Denver, Bobby Brink. Denver in the Frozen Four. Here's Forster in the corner. Loses it. Lane Hudson is going to settle it down. 9 minutes to go here in the first. 1-0 Philly. Shots 4-2 for the Flyers. It's been all Philly to start. Then they got a 4-minute power play, and then the momentum has shifted to Montreal. MCS says, who scored for the Flyers? It was Ryan Poehling. Ryan Poehling scored. Slavkovsky. Oh, Suzuki. Puck finally goes out of play. And it's a penalty on Cam York, I believe, for delay of game. Wow. Amazing kill. They're going to be on a power play now. Gotta score here. Gotta score. How much fun is this team to watch? I know Montreal's season this year has been like... Honestly, Montreal's season has been like a roller coaster where it's like, yes, we're good. Oh no, we suck. We're good. We suck. And now we're good again. It's kind of been like that season for Montreal, but there's so much fun. Like, Lane Hudson's ridiculous. That first line of Caulfield, Slavkovsky, Nick Suzuki is unreal. Oh, I love it. And Montembeault. I think Montembeault was one of the more underrated goaltenders in the NHL. At least for Canadian goaltenders. Because there's not many good Canadian goalies out there. I was shocked he wasn't picked for the Four Nations tournament, honestly, Montembeault. Or honestly, Logan Thompson for that matter. But hey, they won it with Binnington. He shut us all up. Oh my gosh, my thoughts are going right now. Binnington and the Blues. What's going on with the St. Louis Blues? My gosh. They might win the Cup this year. It's exactly how they won it back in, like, was it in 2019? 2018, 19, one of those years. They might win it again. Rogers has 1-0 for Toronto. Yes, he will keep you updated on the other scores as well. Can do that quickly. Yeah, so Blue Jackets, a big game for them. They need to win that game against Toronto. Any other teams? The Rangers lost. Like I said, I don't think the Rangers are going to make it. Ottawa won, so they're cemented as the first wild card. Good for Ottawa. Ottawa was my dark horse pick at the start of the season to make the postseason. I'm glad they're making it this year. They're another young, fun team to watch as well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be pulling for both Ottawa and Montreal in the postseason for sure. But here we go, we're back. Let's watch this power play for Montreal here. Touché, Jared. Touché. They lost to UMass. I predicted that. I didn't think the Gophers were going to beat UMass. But I don't know. I think it's a coaching issue for the Gophers. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Bob Motzko, so who knows? Such a depth field. Like there wasn't much parity in college hockey this year, especially in the tournament. All the teams were so clustered next to each other, so lots of upsets. Slavkovsky shot goes wide. Hudson. Cole Caulfield. Hudson. Shot. It's tipped. It goes in the corner. Forster goes down. Ref says it's fine. Here's Hudson. Shot saved by Urson. That was Laine. Suzuki. Lane Hudson. Suzuki. Back for Hudson. Caulfield save Urson. Ooh, Laine trying to baseball bat that in the net. And the Flyers will clear it out. That is a crazy power play Montreal's got. That is a crazy power play. MCS says, do you think Ovechkin will break the record against the Islanders tomorrow? Yeah, he will. Let's be honest. Like, the Islanders suck right now. He'll do it. And Ovechkin always scores against the Islanders. Like, he's the Islanders killer. Always scores when they play against each other. What's crazy is I think someone can fact check me on this. Look out, 2-on-1. Shot! Oh, Kapanen. Just bounced off his stick. Here's Gallagher. Behind the net. Shot! Oh! Kapanen. Off the foot of Alex Newhook. Flyers kill the penalty, by the way. But to finish my thought, I am pretty sure Wayne Gretzky scored his record-breaking goal against the Islanders. Fact check me on that, though. I'm 99% sure he did it against the Islanders. So that'd be absolutely fantastic if Ovechkin did it then, because it feels like the Islanders are like a charity, basically. Struble shot. Cleared away. We got 4:40, by the way. It's been a very quick period. Very quick period. Jared says, and the Blues won in 2019. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I remember that year, they like barely snuck in as like one of the wild card teams. And then they went on like the crazy run to win the Cup. And they're basically doing the same thing this year. I think they've won like 11 or 12 in a row or something ridiculous like that. Montebo covers 4:07. Another TV timeout. Yeah, Montreal's getting really good looks. They just can't get anything to go right now. But I like what I'm seeing out of Montreal. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Also, if you do want to watch this game with me, it's on Sportsnet if you're in Canada. I don't know what Sportsnet channel. I think it's just Sportsnet. And then if you're in the States, ESPN Plus. That's how I'm watching it. ESPN Plus. Like these hockey commercials, they're pretty funny. My favorite one is probably the You Say Saros, no goals. That one's pretty funny. Or the tipping, where it's like a bunch of goalies and they say they hate tipping. And then like Marchand's like, well, I love tipping. Wow, so we have the St. Louis Blues. They're hosting the Avalanche tonight. Have a 2-0 lead over the Avalanche. That is ridiculous. Pittsburgh beat Dallas. Canucks beat the Ducks. Love to see it. Canes beat the Oilers. Will this show me standings? Just the East, okay. But yeah, standing to watch right now. If this result holds, big. That's big for Montreal. Sorry, that's big. Jesus, that's big for the Rangers if they want to make the postseason. Keep the gap at 2. Detroit, honestly, I don't think Columbus is going to do it. I don't know. Detroit, I have no trust in Detroit. The Islanders have games in hand. 1 game in hand. I guess 2 games in hand once this one's done. Or 1. No, it would just be 1 because 76. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like I said, if Montreal wins tonight, 75% chance of making the postseason. Flyers send it down. 3:20 to go here in the first, everybody. Did anybody give me score predictions? I think I was the only one to say anything. I said 4-3 Montreal. That'll be icing on the Flyers. Oh yeah, that looks pretty sold out to me. That's so cool. I think I say this every time I do a Montreal stream, I've always wanted to go see the Canadiens in person. Always. That's like a bucket list item for me to do at some point in my life, to see the Canadiens in person. Here's Hudson, goes wide. What a keep-in by Hudson, wow. Line A! Oh, right into the gut of Urson. Line A's had a couple good looks this game. But I'm glad to see Patrick Laine doing well. I've always been a big fan. He was, honestly, like, back when he was a free agent, I really wanted the Islanders to take a shot on him. But I think the reason why the Islanders said no was because of his defensive play, but it's like, the dude has an unreal shot. Like, take a chance. But here come the Flyers. Couturier. Michkov. Oh, backdoor. I think Matheson blocked that one. Here's Mike Matheson. Good job by Konechny there. Gets the puck back for the Flyers. Here we go, last minute to go here in the period. Here's Slavkovsky back for Strubel. That's a fun name to say, Strubel. It's got to be German, right? Strubel. Look at Lane Hudson move. Nick Suzuki. Slavkovsky, Strubel, Caulfield. Gotta get a shot here soon. 15 seconds. Flyers get it out. What a play by Caulfield. 10 seconds left. Suzuki to the point. Shot. Saved by Urson. And that's going to do it for the first period. Not a bad period, honestly, for Montreal. I think the start wasn't there. It was mostly Philadelphia. You know, they get their goal from Ryan Poehling. It was a backdoor feed for Ryan Poehling. Caught Montreal in a 2-on-1 basically. Slavkovsky tried to get back but couldn't get back in time. Then they take that 4-minute high sticking penalty, and you'd think the Flyers would be all over that, but Montreal got momentum from that kill, and it was basically mostly Montreal for a good chunk of that period, and then it kind of subsided towards the final couple minutes there. But no, pretty solid period. It could be better, but there's got to get more pucks on net. They got to challenge Urson more. A lot of the shots were like perimeter shots. There was one chance, I forgot who shot it, but there was one chance where Urson had to do like a bit of a sprawling save. But other than that, Urson wasn't challenged too much. Final stats, if you're a stats nerd, 7-4 for the Flyers. Look at the shots off target though. 10 for the Montreal Canadiens. 10-2. Not a good shooting percentage, at least in terms of it being on net. Anything else? Not really. Not really. Take this out. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, Ryan Poehling with the goal, Peltier, Cam York with the assists. Not much else to say besides that. We'll take a little break here as well. Let's do a scoreboard update. While we have you. I wish this thing had the scoreboards. I could probably show you the scoreboard. Let's do... You guys can see this. Take you around the National Hockey League. So the games that have an impact on this one is the Blue Jackets game. Blue Jackets, Toronto. Bruins doesn't matter. That's really the only game live that has any impact on this one. Ottawa already won, doesn't really matter. The Rangers lost today 4-0. They don't seem too interested on making the postseason. Yeah, it's basically this Blue Jackets game. If the Blue Jackets win, if Blue Jackets win and Montreal loses, the point gap would be, they'd have 79. So the point gap would be 2. And they have a game in hand, Columbus. So that would be a big result for them if Montreal loses and they can come back and beat Toronto tonight. That would be a big 2 points for them. Cut the gap in half, basically. Other games, you got Bruins and Carolina, 2-0 for the Bruins. I don't think Carolina really has anything to play for besides nothing, because they're already locked in as the 2 seed, so they really have nothing to play for at this point. Lightning Sabres, the Lightning trying to catch Toronto for the top spot in the Atlantic, and that is pretty big, because that's either facing first in the Atlantic, you're probably going to play the wild card 1. So that'd be Ottawa. So it's the difference between playing Ottawa or playing the Florida Panthers. And I know the Panthers have struggled, but they're the defending champions. So you want to avoid that first round matchup if you're Tampa. So they're trying to chase that first spot in the Atlantic. Buffalo playing for pride, you could say. My God, look at Boston. I didn't realize they were that bad. Oh my God. 71. 71 points. That's tied with Buffalo. That's crazy. I didn't realize they fell off that much. Maple Leafs 1-0 over the Blue Jackets. As I mentioned, Blues 2-0 over the Avalanche. Utah 1-0 over the Jets. Winnipeg, I don't think they have much to play for. Who's second in the West Central? Dallas. I mean, yeah, they're basically trying to avoid playing Colorado in the first round. Dallas might give them a run for their money, but I think Winnipeg has that pretty locked in. I know there's only a 4-point gap, but I guess that's something to play for Winnipeg. You want to avoid playing Colorado. You'd rather play a Minnesota Wild for sure over a Colorado Avalanche team. And then tonight you got Golden Knights, Flames, Kraken, Sharks. The Flames, by the way, could catch the Wild. They have 2 games in hand, and they play the Wild as well, so that would be insane if the Wild slump out of a postseason spot. I don't think it will happen, but they look really bad right now, the Wild. I mean, they lost to the Islanders, for goodness sakes. Devils 4-0 over the Rangers. Ottawa 3-0 over the Panthers. Penguins 5-3 over the Stars. Canucks 6-2 over the Ducks. And then Canes 3-0 over the Oilers. There you go. Score update for ya. Jared says, hello, Bruins are up on the Hurricane, which is surprising. The Blues up 2-0. Yes. Yes. I didn't realize how bad the Bruins are. I haven't looked at the standings, at least the bottom of the standings. I've just been looking at the wild card race. I did not realize they were that bad. Because I knew they were missing like Charlie McAvoy, and they traded a couple pieces at the deadline, but that's crazy. What does Boston do from here? What does Boston do? They have a couple aging players. What do they do? Bruins are 30-36. Yeah, that is bad. That is really bad. Yeah, the East is so interesting. It really is interesting. Because I can't tell you who's going to do well, honestly. Whoever the hottest team is, I think that's going to be who's going to win the East, whoever the hottest team is. Because obviously you'd say the Capitals, but we've seen the President's Trophy curse. They can't win the first round. Toronto can never get out of the first round besides the 1 year that they did. Carolina's pretty solid. Tampa has been hot. Florida's been slumping, but you can't sleep on Florida. New Jersey, I don't think they're going to do anything. Ottawa is pretty hot. They might... If they play Toronto, I think they'll upset Toronto. If Montreal makes it, I think they'll upset Washington. Because President's Trophy curse. Well, it depends. It depends who wins it. It's either Winnipeg or the Washington Capitals who win the President's Trophy. So whoever wins that trophy is going to get bounced in the first round, I feel like. So maybe you just don't win the President's Trophy. Jared says Capitals, maybe the Panthers. Yeah, it's hard to not pick the Panthers. Well, all right, let's take a little break. We'll be back for the start of the second period, everybody, in about less than 10 minutes from now. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This has been a fun stream so far. Big game, as I mentioned. If you're just tuning in, Montreal and the Flyers. Montreal looking to increase their odds to make the postseason to 75% if they get a regulation win. Or I guess any win. It doesn't really matter. Any win. Odds will go up to 75%. Oh, we have the Kraft... Excuse me. If you live in Canada, the Kraft Hockeyville announcement is happening right now. Or is it later? That might be later, actually. Okay, it's later. Apparently, they're going to announce the Kraft Hockeyville thing. So, like, some local arena is going to host an NHL game, get, arena upgrades, whatnot, all that stuff. So that's exciting. I'll let you know who wins that. I don't know if they're going to announce it now or later. But I'll keep you updated on that if you're interested. But yes, appreciate everybody tuning in. If you are new, subscribe, bottom right hand corner, smash the like button as well. Follow us on the Insta and the X, that's how you say it now, or the Twitter. @HockeyPodNet is the handle. Check me out on the Twitter. @GrandAkeem is my handle. Thank you to the sponsors, DraftKings and Game Time. Use the promo code THPN. With Game Time, you get $20 off your first purchase, which is amazing. So if you want to get $20 off those $1,000 seats to see the Islanders and Capitals game tomorrow morning, or I guess that's a noon game local time, feel free, use your discount. But $20 off $1,000 helps. I saw someone selling their tickets, lower bowl, for $11,000 tomorrow for that game to see Ovechkin. Ridiculous. What you playing at? Like, seriously, what are you playing at? No one's gonna buy that for $11,000. Idiots. With that being said, though, we'll take a little break and we'll be back for the start of the second period, everybody.
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Hello, everybody. We're back for the start of the second period. Puck has just dropped. Let's get the earbuds back in. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you had a nice intermission or whatever you did. Got some snacks, some dinner. I just filled my water bottle up. That's all I did. But yeah, looking for more goals for Montreal, please. That's what we're looking for in this period. Pretty good period. I'd give it like a B-, C+ period. Could be better. More pucks on net, though. Gotta challenge Urson a lot more. But let's get the stats back up. You'd remember drinking horchata. Stuck in my head, that song. Never had a horchata. I'd love to try it. Jared says, I hope it's Washington winning the Stanley Cup. I mean, honestly, like, I must be a hater because I don't really care about the goal record thing. Like, it's cool, but I'm not, like, obsessed about it like some people are. I don't know. Maybe it's just being an Islanders fan. There's always been that rivalry with the Capitals. Like, I just never really liked the Capitals. I respect Ovechkin, obviously, but I don't know. It's not the biggest deal to me. I don't know. I might be a hater. And then Jared says, I want to see the Jets in the Stanley Cup. That would be awesome if we got... What if we got like an all-Canadian Stanley Cup final? That's what I'm hoping for. Give me a Winnipeg and Montreal Stanley Cup final. Even Ottawa. Give me Ottawa as well. If it was Winnipeg and Toronto, the world wouldn't know what to do with itself. That'd be an insane Stanley Cup final. Winnipeg and Toronto. Struble will dump it in for Montreal. If you are new to the channel, everybody, just tuning in, welcome. My name's Grant. If you are new, subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, smash the like button, click the bell icon, everything that, you know, YouTubers tell you to do. I even get sick of saying it, to be honest, but you got to do it. The bell icon so you get notified when we do go live or post a video. The plan is to do watch-alongs for at least once or twice a week throughout the regular season here. And then Stanley Cup playoffs, of course, we'll have you covered for that. So make sure you do subscribe if you're a hockey fan. Also, if you're a fan of a team specifically, plenty of channels within the network for you. Just browse around. I'm sure you can find a podcast that you can listen to as well. Make sure you follow us on the social media handles at HockeyPodNet, Insta, Twitter, my Twitter at Grant Akeem. Check me out if you want. Thank you to the sponsors, Game Time and DraftKings. Use that promo code THPN for both. As I mentioned earlier, $20 off your first purchase with Game Time as well. Sweet deal. And if you want to make a donation to the channel, do that via live chat to the super chat function, thingamaboober, or whatever you call it, thingamajiggy. Super chats. Oh, they're playing the Lady Gaga song, Abracadabra. Abracadabra, abra unana, abra unana, abra unana. I don't like it, but it's really catchy. That's the problem with all these pop stars. Like, they make crap songs, but they're all really catchy. Like, abra una na. That's not even words. Abra una na. I remember watching her SNL performance, and it was just the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Here come the Flyers. Konechny. Zamula. Trying to find Michkov. Matheson as well to break it up. Once again, kind of a lethargic start for the Canadiens here. My biggest gripe for Montreal is the consistency aspect. I want more consistency. Oh man, Michkov. That must be from the high stick in the first period. That's nasty. His entire front of his nose just bloodied. What a catch. AirPod out of the ear. Oh, Pizzetta shoots it wide. Once again, another shot that doesn't hit the net. Gotta hit the net. Ooh. Peltier's shot goes wide. Peltier drops it off. Shot gets blocked. Here's Suzuki. Slavkovsky, Suzuki. Oh, tip for Caulfield. Good save by Urson. One of the better chances Montreal's had tonight. No icing here. Once again, very few whistles. It's got to be the least amount of whistles in a game I've ever seen. This is crazy. Here's Suzuki. Sends it down in. Look out. Good D. Struble. But yeah, Philadelphia, they have good players. It's kind of surprising that they've been so bad this year, to be honest. I didn't think they'd make the postseason, but I didn't think they'd be this bad. Jared says, right now watching Providence Bruins play the Comets in the AHL. I have paid zero attention to the AHL, so you're going to have to tell me what's going on in the AHL, Jared. Who's the favorite to win the AHL this year? I feel like Hershey is a pretty common team that does well. Hershey. Carolina's team has done well. I don't know what they're called. Here's Evans with Gallagher. Shot! Oh, what a glove save! Urson. Wow. Highway robbery. Samuel Urson. He's wanted. His wanted level is 4 stars for that save if you play Grand Theft Auto. Evans, Dvorak, great save by Urson. Routine save there for Urson. Still 1-0. That's probably the best chance Montreal's had this game. Jared says the Bruins are losing 2-1. And the favorite is the Hershey Bears to win the Calder Cup, and the Charlotte Checkers are the Hurricanes for AHL. There you go. I feel like Charlotte's a team that you always hear about is really good. The Bridgeport team, though, sucks. I know the Bridgeport Islanders are really bad. The Laval Rockets for Montreal, I think, is pretty good, average. I don't really pay attention. Speaking of that, did I hear this correctly? If you're a diehard Montreal fan, let me know. I thought I heard down the grapevines that Jacob Fowler is leaving BC to go pro. I thought I heard something like that. Or did I get April Fool's? April Fooled. I am right. See, you can trust me. I am right. Jacob Fowler, 3-year contract. So is he playing for Laval right now? Oh, wow. What a save by Swayman. They're showing a highlight from the Montreal's last game, and Swayman robbed Carrier there. Wild. Okay, yeah, so he is playing for Laval right now. Good for him. I'm very, very excited to see Jacob Fowler in the NHL. He is going to be so, so good for Montreal. So, so good. I can't wait. He's going to be like a Thatcher Demko type goalie. And ironically, they both went to Boston College, so... Jared says the Marlies are good for the Maple Leafs. Jared says who? Jacob Fowler. Shiva Kamini Somakonda Crumb. I can't tell what's better. One, because I have both AirPods in. Is one, I can hear myself better with one. I can hear myself better with, we'll just do one. Oh, Matheson. The problem with one, though, I lose the ambiance of the arena, though. We'll keep it with two. Very rich problems to have. Do I go one AirPod or two AirPods? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see him in Montreal. This would be icing on Philly. 11:28 to go. Shots 10-9 for Philly, so Montreal upping the shots in this period. 5-3 for Montreal this period. And Jared says he left BC when they lost. Okay, that makes sense. That was surprising, honestly, to see Boston College lose. I had them going to the title game against Penn State, and then I had Penn State winning. That was my bracket. Very surprising. I guess Denver just owns Boston College then. Beat them last year in the national championship. Beat them this year in the regional final. Denver just owns BC. Erson's going to cover 11 minutes to go. The announcer's making a good point here. So, like, Philly, apparently they're on like a 5-game winning streak right now, the Flyers. And from a fan perspective, you're not making the playoffs. You want to have a better draft pick. And so, is it smart to win all these games? Obviously not. But, you know, you try telling one of these players to not try their best. Like, these guys are just wired to win, obviously. And that's what you want. But when you're not making the playoffs, it does suck, you know, that your team goes on a win streak now at the end of the season. You know, you want them to be on a losing streak so you can have a better draft pick. The dilemma of a losing team. Good save by Montembeault. 10-14 to go. Jared says, I have Penn State and Denver, with Penn State winning. Yeah, so what are the matchups? It's Denver, Western Michigan, and then Penn State, Boston University. Which is, it's actually funny. So Penn State playing Boston University, that's their weakest opponent, rankings-wise, that Penn State has played in the NCAAs so far. Oh! It's loose! Oh, premature whistle. Premature whistle by the referee there. He blew his load too early there, and he blew the whistle. Too soon. Gallagher's getting the explanation now. Premature whistle for the ref. That was obviously still loose. But yeah, good breakout though. Great breakout. Just the flip breakout. Nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, Urson never had that. He never had that. Here's Lane Hudson. Lost the handle on it. But yeah, Boston University is Penn State's worst opponent they played so far, the NCAAs, so I think they'll win that game. I know Boston University has like Cole Iserman, the other Hudson brother. I think was it Cole Hudson? I think it's his younger brother. So it'll be a good game, but I think Penn State will get it done. Here's Slavkovsky with it for Caulfield. Still Caulfield. Good pass. Savard, tip. Wow, penalty on Philly. I think it's going to be for holding. Or holding or interference is my guess. It'll be a mystery. They never told us, so it'll be a mystery what the penalty is for. But Montreal will be going to the power play here. Jared says, I have Penn State beating BU, Denver beating Western Michigan. Yeah, I will say, though, Western Michigan, dark horse team, really, really good. That Alex Bump kid at Western Michigan's very, very talented. Great goal scorer. Look for him in that game against Denver. But I agree. Denver is just a playoff team. They're built for the NCAAs. I know they didn't have the best season. I think they were 9th in the pairwise. So I mean, it's still good, but just not like elite level that Denver usually is. But they know how to win in the NCAAs. And then Houston versus Duke is on for college basketball. Yeah, for me with like March Madness, I pay attention for like the first weekend and maybe the second weekend, and then I just forget about it because my bracket's already busted. I don't really care about basketball that much. But yeah, are we in the Final Four for basketball? Someone's going to have to educate me on where we are. Yes, the Final Four. We have all 1 seeds, by the way. Wow. Florida, Auburn, Houston, and Duke. Yeah, so I picked Michigan State in my bracket, if I remember right. So they lost in the Elite Eight. So yeah, Florida beating Auburn 71-68, and then Houston Duke play in about 20 minutes from now. So I don't know, I guess Auburn would be cool to see. And then Houston, I feel like Duke is always in the finals. So maybe Houston Auburn. That'd be cool. Right, Montreal power play, everybody. We gotta get a goal here. It's been very low scoring. Honestly, you gotta say, both teams have done pretty well defensively. Low shots, not a lot of grade A scoring chances for either team. I thought it was just gonna be more high scoring. It definitely has a playoff vibe to it as well. It definitely feels like it. It is April, after all. Jared says, only I have left is Duke and Florida. I don't even know where I'm at. I suppose I could check. Here's Lane Hudson. Nick Suzuki, back for Hudson. Down low. Up high. Shot, saved by Urson. And the Flyers will clear it out. Up high, down low, too slow. That was where my brain was going. My picks. Oh wow, so I forgot I made 2 brackets. I had one bracket where I had Michigan State winning. And then I had another bracket where I had Duke winning. In the bracket that I had Duke winning, I also had Houston in the Final Four. So I got Duke, Houston right. But then I had Michigan State, Maryland in the other matchup. So I got those wrong. Not horrible. What about the Michigan State one? Florida. I just got Florida right in the other bracket. Yeah, I went very upset heavy this year in my bracket, but all the 1 seeds made it, so. I'm so bad at brackets. I can never get it right. I think you have better odds at winning the lottery than achieving a perfect bracket. Here's Michkov. Shot goes wide. Flyers kill off the power play, by the way. Here's Travis Konechny. Shot gets deflected off the glass. Back to the point. Sit down, Michkov. Courtesy of Evans. Yeah, one thing I'm noticing, when either team gets possession in the offensive zone, they set it up, but it's all perimeter. It's all perimeter shots. There's nothing dangerous happening in the slot or in between the dots. There's just nothing going on. All the passing lanes are blocked. It's a tight playoff game, basically, that we're getting tonight. It's hard to find any lanes. Here's Gallagher. But Montreal will get a chance. They definitely will. It's just a matter of fact if they can bury it or not. Here's Struble for Suzuki. Here's Struble. Good pass. Here we go. Oh, Slavkovsky. I need to see this out of replay. Slavkovsky fed it to Suzuki, and Suzuki either missed the net or it was a great save by Urson. Good blocker. It was the blocker of Urson. I thought Slavkovsky should have shot it there. He was in a good position to shoot it, but he went to Suzuki to try and catch Urson short side there, but good blocker. Yeah, I thought Slavkovsky, he was in a more dangerous position, I think, to shoot the puck there, so I think he should have shot it. We'll never know, though. Scoreboard updates, 3-0 for the Bruins over the Hurricanes. Lightning 2-1 over Buffalo. As I mentioned, the Tampa Bay Lightning trying to catch the Buffalo Sabres. Not trying to catch the Buffalo Sabres. They're trying to catch the Toronto Maple Leafs for the final wild card. Not wild card. I'm saying, I need to just stop talking. I'm saying things that don't make any sense. The Tampa Bay Lightning are trying to catch the Toronto Maple Leafs for first in the Atlantic. There we go. Got that out. Toronto, 2-0 lead over Columbus. Who scored? Robertson. 2 goals for Robertson tonight. On the Flyers, obviously our game, 1-0 Flyers. The Blues, 4-0 over the Avalanche. I think they're going to win 12 or 13 games in a row. Someone can fact check me on that one. Unreal. Jets and Utah. Utah 2-0 over Winnipeg. Not ideal. Dallas lost today too, so I guess it doesn't matter. And then, yeah, that's basically everything going on right now. And you got Kraken, Sharks, Golden Knights, Flames tonight. Okay, so apparently if Montreal goes 4-3 to finish their last 7 games, the next closest team would be... Whoa! Slavkovsky! Good block! What a block by Nick Seeler there. The next closest team would be the New York Rangers, and they'd have to go 5-1 to jump Montreal. So it's not a must-win for Montreal tonight, but it would just cement their spot more. Like I said, 75% chance of making the postseason if Montreal gets a win tonight. Seeler leads the Flyers with 176 blocks, tied for 4th in the NHL. Did not know that. Nick Seeler, he's one of those crazy defensemen in college. Like, he was stupid in college. He would take dumb penalties, overly physical. Not a big fan, but he's done somewhat decent in the NHL. Found a home in Philadelphia. Bounced around quite a bit. Definitely built for Philadelphia. Line will send it in deep. We got 3:05 to go here in the second. Here's Carrier, sends it in deep. Ooh. Good play by Evans to break it up. That'll be icing. Jared says Jacob Fowler is playing tonight for Laval Rockets, and it's 2-1 Hershey. Love it. Is that his first start in Laval for Jacob Fowler? I'm not seeing it, Jared. Slavkovsky, saved by Urson. They are playing today. Oh, I see. They play tonight against Abbotsford. Is he gonna play tonight? They changed it last second to Phobes. He's the backup. Okay. If he was starting, I would totally watch it. For sure. Here's Gallagher. Dvorak couldn't get it in deep. Minute 30 left. Oh! Gallagher got dumped. Here's Lane Hudson. Heineman sends it in deep. Oh, Heineman got hit hard. Here's Savard. Struble. Good blocker by Urson. Everything's to the outside for Montreal. Besides the Suzuki chance. Savard sends it down low. 5 seconds left. Got to be careful. Save by Montembeault. 1.1 left. Jared says, I think they're saving him for next season. I guess, is Laval, are they like trying to get into the playoffs? Or like where are they in the standings? Oh wow, they're like first. Okay. Yeah, I guess then you wouldn't want to have like a new guy starting then. That makes sense. Because if they were like out of it, I would say why not play Fowler? Get him some minutes. Who's the goalie now for Laval? Referee, just drop the puck, ref. That's going to do it. End of the second, just the same way as we started. 1-0 Philadelphia. Ryan Poehling still has the game-winning goal, you could say, back in the first period. But Montreal had a couple good looks. Dvorak with the shot. Urson, glove save. And then the Slavkovsky to Suzuki chance was the other good one for Montreal. But definitely a better period, more pucks on net. Still nothing really challenging Urson. Like besides, I guess, the glove save. Besides that, they haven't really challenged him that much. But shots by period, 11-5 for Montreal. As I mentioned, kind of in the middle of the period, it's been like a playoff game. Like, there's not a lot of room out there. All the passing lanes are blocked. Like, everything's from the perimeter. But you will get chances. They definitely will. Just Montreal needs to capitalize on one of them. But give it time. I think they will. They'll get one chance, and they got to bury it. Jared says Jacob Phobes is the goalie, and your Bridgeport Islanders are 15-45. Yeah, I saw they were dead last. That is horrible. That is horrible. This says they've played 67 games and have won 15 games. 15 regulation wins. That is absolutely horrendous. What a joke. What a joke the Islanders are. Seriously. Like, honestly, I've stopped watching the Islanders this season because it's just like, what's the point of watching them? They don't put any effort on the ice. The owners don't give a shit. Coaching staff is terrible. Players don't care. Why watch it? Like, I'd rather watch someone else play that actually wants to win. So, hard time being an Islanders fan. We only had 2 good years, and ever since then, it's been hard to be a fan. Well, hopefully one day we'll get back to it, but I'm loving watching these Montreal Canadiens and in Ottawa. They're both really young, fun teams to watch, going in the right direction. Great atmosphere. Both fan bases are insane. Jared says rebuild. Yeah, I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. Any updates on the scores? Still 2-0 Maple Leafs. Avalanche 4-2 now in the Blues game, down by 2. Nothing else has changed, so we'll take a little break. Jared says fire Patrick Waugh. Darren says go Habs go. There we go. Yes, go Habs go. If they make it to the postseason, likely playing the Capitals. If the Capitals win the President's Trophy, Montreal will win the series. If the Capitals don't, I think the Capitals will win that series. So, whoever wins the President's Trophy is cursed. and they will lose. So that's what will happen. So if you're a Montreal fan, I guess you want to root for the Capitals to win the President's Trophy. Curses are real, people. They are real. Well, all right, we'll take a little break. We'll be back for the start of the third. If you are new to the channel, just tuning in, subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Smash the like button as well. Follow us on the Insta and X at HockeyPodNet. My Twitter is @GrantAkeem, or X account, if you want to check me out there. I do have my own YouTube channel as well. If you want to check me out on YouTube, just Grant Akeem channel. It's just a Mod Podge of different things. I haven't done a hockey show in a while. I might schedule time to do that. But I've been doing more like funny videos rather than sports stuff. Because I don't know, I've been needing a break from the sports stuff. There's been so much sports this past month and I've been so busy, so I just need a little break. But I'm trying to get back into it. So we'll see if I have time to do any hockey content. But check me out there if you want. The sponsors, Game Time and DraftKings, use that promo code THPN for both. With Game Time, you get $20 off your first purchase. So if you want to go see Ovechkin tomorrow, you get $20 off those $11,000 lower bowl seats, which can go a long way, those $20. With that being said, let's take a break. I appreciate everybody tuning in. You guys are legends. Thank you so much. We'll be back for the third. Hopefully Montreal can get it going offensively in the third. Urson has been great tonight. But I think Montreal will get it done. I'm calling it Patrick Laine game-winning goal to win the game, 2-1. Book it. Book it to DraftKings, everybody. All right, we'll see you for the third.
Whether you're looking for courtside or upper deck, opening day or opening night, comedy or concerts. With Game Time Picks, we make buying tickets easy by serving up only the best deals on sports, music, and shows.
What time is it?
It's game time.
Hello everybody, we're back for the start of the third period, the final conclusion. It is the final countdown in Montreal. Who will get the dub? Montreal or Philadelphia? Let me know in the comment section. Or in the live chat. Puck is just dropped. Montreal, 9 comeback wins in the third period this season, which lead the NHL. So the odds are in Montreal's favor. They got a sold-out Bell Center tonight as well. But Urson has been fantastic tonight. Shot by Hudson goes wide. Let's get the stats back up. I still think Patrick Laine is going to get the game winner tonight. I still think that. But Philadelphia defensively has been pretty solid, I gotta say. I've been impressed by Philadelphia's play today. See, what's annoying now? I have the freaking Lady Gaga Abracadabra song stuck in my head now. Abracadabra, abra una na, abra una na, abra una na. Oh no! No! How do you miss that if you're Jake Evans? Oh, it was open. It was wide open. Couldn't hit the ocean from a boat, Jake Evans. Here's Evans. Shot. A score! Brendan Gallagher. He says, Jake Evans, you couldn't hit the ocean from a boat. I'm going to take matters in my own hands and bury it where Mama hides those Sweet Martha's cookies. Top left corner. What a shot by Gallagher. Tie game. Minute 30 in. Tie game. Oh, Evans. That is terrible. What a miss. Terrible miss by Evans. But yeah, Gallagher. That's a great shot. Kind of in the dot. By the dot and roofs it. High blocker on Urson. There we go. We don't have a goal horn. Let's see if we can find something. When I was saying abracadabra, maybe I need to say abracadabra more. Abracadabra, abra una na. Make that the goal sound for Montreal. Abracadabra, una na. Abracadabra, una na. Jets, Kraken, Toronto, Flyers, Rangers, Devils, Colorado, Calgary, Boston, Anaheim. We don't have it. We have that. We have that. That'll be the goal horn for now. Comments. RJ. Lightning 2, Sabres 1, Hurricanes 3. Sorry, Bruins 3, Hurricanes 0. Utah 3, Jets 0. Maple Leafs 2, Blue Jackets 0. Blues 4, Avalanche 2. Thank you, RJ. Good save by Montembeault. You're going to sense this game is going to get even more tighter now. Philadelphia has nothing to play for but for pride. Apparently they've been doing well. They're on like a 5-game point streak or winning streak or something. So they've been doing well. Montreal, of course, has been doing well. Woo! I almost fell. I am standing on a balance board while I do this, so if I do wipe out, that's why. I almost ate my hardwood floor here. Here's Suzuki. Hudson. Goalie at the outside of the net. Oh, it's going to happen. I think it's game over for Philly. Montreal's going to win this. I just feel it. It's a yard sale for Goalie. Oh my goodness. Here comes Hudson. Oh! Oh my god! Are you kidding me, Lane Hudson? How did he score that? How did that even go in? Urson's confused. I'm confused. What a ridiculous shot by Lane Hudson. That is unreal. Basically, he's your Calder. He's your Calder finalist, Lane Hudson. This is ridiculous. Look at the rush. Look at the legs. What a shot, too. How does that even go in? How does that go in? He's almost at the goal line. It goes short side. It goes short side on Urson. And what I think happened, when Urson got tight to that post, he lifted the net. He moved the net back a little bit, which I think allowed the puck to go in short side. Wow. 2 goals in like a minute, and it's 2-1 Montreal. And listen to that crowd. They're coming for more! Saved by Urson. Minute and 16 seconds. Man, Montreal, they're a momentum team. They're a big momentum team. When it's on their side, they're just so much fun to watch. Look at that crowd. Matheson sends it in down low. Yeah, if you're Philadelphia, you just gotta settle it down here. And both goals were not because of, like, defensive breakdowns. I think the Gallagher goal, some guy, one of the Flyers defensemen just wasn't tight on Gallagher. How do you stop the Lane Hudson goal? That's just an unreal shot. Oh, that crowd. Ole, ole. They're doing the ole chant. I have no idea if you could hear that or not. Icing here on Montreal. Jared says, I heard Montreal took the lead. Yes, and it's on your screen. Right here. They took the lead, 2-1. I'm looking at it, 2-1. Hershey is playing the Hartford Wolfpack. Is that the Rangers team? I think. Yes. And Hershey's the Capitals, right? You're testing my minor league knowledge here. Oh boy, here comes Philly. Oh, Paling just goes wide of Montembeault. Jared says, yes, okay, sweet, sweet. I'm intelligent. Providence Bruins are losing 5-1 to the Comets, who are the Devils for the AHL. Yeah, I couldn't tell ya, like, who's, like, one of the better players in the AHL. I couldn't tell ya. Good chance there for Brink. Zamula shot gets blocked. Here comes Montreal. It's Cole Caulfield. His shot. Save Urson. Good blocker by Urson. Oh, Caulfield just lost the handle. Jared says he doesn't know. Who's like the best player in the AHL? Who's your favorite in the AHL? Ooh, Dvorak. Oh, trying to drop it for Gallagher, but couldn't find him. Here's Jake Evans. He's got Dvorak. And Gallagher! Dvorak! Oh, what a save by Urson! Just the glove, tip of the glove for Urson. Unbelievable. Gallagher. Evans, save by Urson. And you'll cover it with 12:34 to go. There's it. Abra unana, abra unana, abracadabra, abra unana, unana, unana. Has to be Jacob Fowler, says Jared, his favorite player. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I'm sure there's someone who I like, who I watched like in college or something. Oh yeah, I forgot Easter. When's Easter this year? That's not this weekend, is it? Palm Sunday is the 13th. April 20th is Easter. Very fun. I remember Easter as a kid. That was lots of fun. Trying to find all the eggs in the morning. Me and my dog would try and find the eggs together in the morning. That was fun. And then he went to Grandma's house and he tried to find the eggs there. But yeah, I always wondered, like, how that worked with the Easter Bunny. Because did the Easter Bunny bring his... I guess it could be a girl, I don't know. Could the Easter Bunny bring his or her eggs and then hide the eggs? Or did you have to supply the eggs and the Easter Bunny would come and then hide the eggs in your house? Also, how did the tradition of hiding eggs and trying to find eggs even begin? What do eggs have to do with Easter in terms of like the religious aspect of Easter? What do chocolate eggs have to do with Easter? Lots of questions to be asked about Easter. How did it start? I get the religious aspect of it. I just don't know the connection between the eggs or the chocolate eggs and Easter. And the Easter Bunny. How did the Easter Bunny come to be? Why is it a bunny? Is it like a normal bunny or is it like a Bugs Bunny type character? Lots of questions. These are the questions that I ponder. 12:12 to go. Flyers ice the puck here. You're probably happy if you're a Flyers fan with this game because you want to lose, right? You want a better draft pick. You want to lose this game. Laine's been quiet as well. I want to see more out of Patrick Laine. Paling sends it down. Your shots, by the way, 23-12 for Montreal. Look at the third period shots, people. 8-0 for Montreal. 8-0. All Montreal this period. There we go. Caulfield's got Suzuki. Still Caulfield behind the net. His shot gets blocked. There was a chance there for Caulfield, but he's just a little too slow on the shot. Here's Couturier. Oh! That's going to be boarding. That's got to be boarding. Couturier went head first into the boards. Suzuki will touch it. And it will be a boarding call. Flyers 2 of the power play. It will be on Carrier. So a golden chance for Philadelphia to tie this game up here 2-2. Yeah, it was Slavkovsky too. So it was Slavkovsky. Yeah, so Philly haven't, honestly, great start to the first period. Great start to the second. Have done nothing here in the third. So if they could sneak one in here, get the momentum back, that'd be big. But yeah, their last power play, that 4-minute power play, was atrocious. That was back in the first. Oh boy! He was going to shoot it there, Konechny. Konechny, save, rebound! Another save! 2 saves on Couturier for Montembeault. Love to see it. Here's Jake Evans. His shot, saved by Urson. Yeah, I think Montreal might be better shorthanded. This is crazy. Here's Couturier. Michkov up top. Brink. Michkov shot, saved by Montembeault. Konechny sends it in, and Gallagher will send it down. Suzuki's the first one on it. Suzuki! Oh! Are you kidding me? I mean, that's like a preschool goal. What's going on for Philadelphia? That's like a goal you see in squirts. Literally, so Montreal ices the puck. He's the first one to get the puck, Suzuki. Goes behind the net, curls up to the top, like in between the hash marks, and just shoots it, posted in. The Flyers defensemen just don't give a shit. They're just like, yeah, whatever. That's comical. Unbelievable. It's like the Philadelphia Flyers, like they forget they're on a power play. Well, 3-1. Oh, wow. Suzuki has scored 45% of Montreal's goals since the Four Nations break. Very impressive. Paling, trying to find, was that Konechny? Somebody. Doesn't matter. Oh, we didn't do the goal horn. We didn't do the goal horn. There we go. Ole, ole. But as I mentioned at the start of the stream, Montreal win puts their percentage up to 75% to make the postseason. Almost a lock, honestly. I don't see anyone else catching Montreal. Oh! Slavkovsky almost had a chance. Here's Konechny. Good D by Matheson. Matheson's a beast. I really like Mike Matheson. Mishkov saved by Montembeault. He'll cover about 8 minutes to go or so in this game. 3-1 Montreal. It's been a 3-goal third period for Montreal today. If you are just tuning in, recap. Paling got the first goal to make it 1-0 back in the first. We had no scoring in the second. And then in the third, Gallagher got the first goal. That was the Jake Evans. He missed the wide open net. And then Evans found Gallagher kind of hash marks, dot area. Roofed it, top left corner. Lane Hutson's goal, you're going to have to go on Twitter and find that. That Lane Hutson goal was unreal. Like, he rushed it from his own zone, typical Lane Hutson, rushed it all the way down to the goal line, basically, and shot it in short side on Urson. I don't know how it went in, but it went in, and it was sick. And then Nick Suzuki, shorthanded. It's a squirt goal. It's a squirt goal. Got the puck, skated it out to the slot. 3 Flyers players just let him walk in and do whatever, and he shoots it posted in. I mean, I don't know what the Flyers players were thinking, but that was the third goal, 3-1. That is where we stand. Jared says Pasternak scored again, 40 on the year. It's 5-0 Bruins over the Hurricanes. The Sabres come back 2-2 against the Lightning. Maple Leafs 4-0 over the Blue Jackets. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Columbus is going to make the postseason. Just not a big fan that they're going to do it. Blues 4-2 over Colorado. The Blues looking to extend their winning streak to 12 or 13. I forgot the number. Utah 3-1 over Winnipeg. And then everything else was from earlier today. The Kings did beat the Oilers 3-0. Bruins play the Sabres tomorrow, says Jared. I don't know. I'll go Buffalo in that one. Why not? Playing for pride, Buffalo. Here's Paylane. Montembeault to steer to side. Paylane. Looking for a penalty. Not going to get it. Let me know, people, if you've been watching this game from the start. 3 stars. Let me know your 3 stars. Get them in. It'll be a community effort to make our 3 stars for this game. I have my 3 that I think I would nominate, but I would love to hear the community's opinion on who you think should be the 3 stars in this one. Here comes Laine. Sends it in. Yeah, this is fun to hear like the Bell Center alive like this. This is really fun. Oh! Couturier shot got blocked there. Shot! What a save by Montembeault on Travis Sanheim. Another commercial. We just got back from commercial. Goodness me. They love the commercials. But yeah, 3 stars for me. I'm going to nominate 3 stars, and then you guys can decide if you think I'm stupid or not. I'm going to go... Oh, player stats. I think 3rd star... I'm going to go for Montembeault because I love my goalies. And I think he's had a great game, Montembeault. I know Philly hasn't had that many shots on net. But he has made some pretty solid saves tonight. So I'll give Montembeault 3rd star. 2nd star for me. That's tough. That's really, really tough. I'm going to go... I'll go Lane Hudson. That goal he had was sick. It's got to be Lane Hudson. And then 1st star, I'll go Nick Suzuki. I think he had a goal and an assist, if I'm looking at this correctly. Yes, goal and assist tonight. And then honorable mention, Brendan Gallagher. Why not? 3 stars for me. Let me know at home if you agree or disagree. But those will be my 3 stars. But the game is not over yet, so you never know. Someone could do something and... Maybe Lane Hudson could do something sick again, and he'd be the 1st star. But yeah, it's going to be exciting if they do make it in the playoffs. They're going to be a fun team to watch. The matchups will be kind of weird, though, because they will be playing the Capitals, and both of them are red and white, so it's going to look like an intra-squad scrimmage when they play against each other. But, I mean, it's fine. But that'll be a fun series. Excited for the playoffs. I think it starts on the 20th. Don't quote me on that. Gallagher! Saved by Urson. Toe save. I think it's around the 20th or so, the playoffs. Or who knows, it could start on the 18th. I think the last day is on the 17th. You never know. Good save by Urson on Slafkovsky. Ooh, good save by Montembeault. 3:40 to go. Do you pull the goalie if you're Philadelphia? I don't... Why? Why are you pulling the goalie? I don't think it's worth it. They might be, actually. They called a timeout. They did call a timeout. So they will pull the goalie here. Philadelphia. I've seen the ad for Birkenstock in the arena. See that, Birkenstock? I don't get those shoes. I really don't. If we're Birkenstocks, fair play. I'm not a fan. Here's Konechny. Down low. Back for Konechny. Shot. Doesn't make it. Armia sends it down. It'll be icing. Philly wins the draw. Drysdale. Good block. That was Carrier with the block. Save Montembeault. Puck's bouncing in the slots. Evans will just ice it. 2:38 to go. Long shift for these Montreal Canadiens. To the place where I belong. West Virginia. Count my roads, take me home. Country roads. The ironic thing, that's an American song, right? But Canadians are singing it. Yeah, it is an American song, so that is a bit ironic that Canadians are singing that. Here's Michkov for Paling. That shot goes wide. Another save by Montembeault there. That'll be high sticking on Philadelphia. 2:01 to go. That's a good reaction save by Montembeault there. Jared says the Bruins won. There we go. Congrats to Swayman on his 100th win. And yes, it is an American song, yeah. Take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia. Or you could say, take me home to the place where I belong. Montreal. Count my roads, take me home, country road. I don't know. Someone can make lyrics to make it Canadian. I'm sure someone has on YouTube. Okay, Erson pulled once again. A minute 47 to go. The question is whether or not it went right out or was it deflected. Yeah, I don't know if it went off the glass or not. I can't tell. They're having a chat. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. Yeah, they're going to call a penalty. So Montreal got to kill a penalty here with a minute 47 to go. Yeah, Matheson whacked it out of the air there. That's tough. Tough call. Say it ain't so, whoa, whoa. Your love is a hot taker. I don't know the words. That was like a Guitar Hero song. Montreal calls a timeout. This is turning into basketball, man. We've been like, what? It's been 3 minutes, right? We had 3 minutes left in the game, and I feel like it's taken like 10 minutes. It's like basketball. Oh yeah, it's like flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. I don't know how that fits in. And then it's like, say it ain't so, whoa, whoa. Your drug is a hot breaker. Say it ain't so, whoa, whoa. My love is a life taker. There you go. Alright, son. It's Weezer. I'm not a big Weezer guy. They have some songs that are good. Okay, so 2-minute power play for Philly, a minute 47 to go, empty net situation, so Montreal can just ice the puck without having to worry about icing, obviously. Can they hold on? It would be a massive 2 points for Montreal. Extend the gap over Columbus and other teams that are trying to get that last wildcard spot. Oh! Oh, Michkov broke his stick. Evans sends it down. It goes wide. Konechny rips it in. Last minute to go here in the game. Philly needs 2 goals. Shot goes wide. Here's Konechny for Paling. Konechny, they gotta shoot it here. Shot. Oh, they score. Montreal's pissed because Evans got his stick knocked out of his hands. Referees didn't call anything. But it's 3-2. 38.5 to go. Yeah, his stick got whacked out. I don't think that's a penalty, though. Hold on to your stick. You gotta hold on to your stick. Yeah, I don't think that's a penalty. You gotta hold on to your stick there. Because you're allowed to lift guys' sticks up. That's not a penalty. I thought Philly already took their timeout. They're getting more timeouts now. More timeouts. So let's play the Flyers goal horn. Enough of that. There you go. Wow, if Montreal blows this, I'm going to cry. They can't blow it, can they? 39.4 to go. Dig deep. Dig deep. Get the 2 points. Drop the puck, ref. You're killing me. Here we go. Here comes Philly. They send it in. Urson to the bench. This is tense. 20 seconds to go here. Puck is stuck there. Courier's trying to keep it behind the net. Comes up to the point. Forster, 10 seconds. Michkov, Konechny. Shot, good stick lift. Shot, blocker save by Montembeault. And that's going to do it. The Montreal Canadiens got it out. Massive 2 points. Extend the lead over the New York Rangers to 4 points. 75% chance to make the postseason. Montreal almost solidifying their spot, in my opinion, to make the postseason. Great win. It was a great game, honestly, for Montreal. They dug deep. Montembeault was great. The amazing third period. That third period was insane. Amazing. Canadiens 3, Flyers 2. 3 stars of the game, like I said before. I'm going to go Montembeault 3rd star. I had Lane Hudson 2nd star. Nick Suzuki's your 1st star. Fantastic, fantastic game. Fantastic stream, everybody. This was so much fun to do. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll wrap it up here quickly so you guys can get on whatever else you got going on tonight. Maybe you're going to watch some other hockey. I think we got Flames and Golden Knights as well. That'll be fun. Yeah, any other scores to recap for you? Lightning and Sabres going to a shootout, 2-2. Devils won 4-0. Senators won 3-0. Penguins won 5-3. Canucks 6-2. Canes won 3-0. Bruins won 5-1. Maple Leafs won 5-0. Canadiens obviously won 3-2. The Blues grinded out themselves, win 5-4. And then Utah wins 4-1. So what does that mean for the standings? I will show you. Let me share my screen here. I feel like I'm conducting a Zoom hockey class right now. Let me share my screen quick. Professor Grant. There you go. In the Atlantic, Toronto in first with 98. You have Tampa there with 93. If they get the 2 points, they'll have 95. So the gap would remain at 3. And then you got Florida there in third. In the Metro, you got Washington in first. Carolina in second with 96. New Jersey in third with 89 points. Wild card race. I don't think this is updated for Montreal. They should have 83, I think. Yes, they should have 83. Montreal. So that gap with the Rangers is 4. It's 6. The gap is 6 with the Red Wings. The gap is 6 for Columbus, and then the gap is 7 for the Islanders. Very, very slim chance that any of these teams are going to make it. They all, I don't know. They're just not good. I don't think they're good enough. They don't seem too interested on making the postseason either. So I think this will be your Eastern Conference. Montreal, Ottawa, and then everyone else. Out west tonight, you got Winnipeg in first, Dallas, Colorado, and you got Vegas, LA, Edmonton, St. Louis, 91. I think they'll have 93 if that updates. The Wild, 89. The Flames play tonight. If they use their games in hand and beat the Wild on their head-to-head matchup, then Calgary's in that last wild card spot, which would be unreal. So we'll see if the Flames can heat up here to end the season. And the pun is intended. So there you go. That is it for the stream, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new, subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Smash the like button as well. Follow us on our social media pages on the Instagram and Twitter. @HockeyPodNet is the handle. Check me out on Twitter. @GrantAkeem is my handle. @Grant_Akeem is my Instagram and Tickety Talk. If you want to check me out on YouTube, just type in Grant Akeem on YouTube and you can find me there as well. Thank you to the sponsors as well. Game Time and DraftKings. Use that promo code THPN for both. With Game Time, you get $20 off your first purchase, which is amazing. So if you want to see Ovechkin break Wayne Gretzky's goal-scoring record tomorrow on Long Island, you can get $20 off those $11,000 seats. So it goes a long way. Every buck counts. So use that discount. Right, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for tuning in. This was so much fun. I always end the streams by saying it is such a crazy world out there right now. Lots of stuff is happening. So I'm glad you were able to watch in this hockey game with me. I had a blast. But yeah, I'm sending love, like it says back there, from me to you and to everybody around the world. I could use some love. Hope we're doing well. Hope we're doing okay. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend as well. I'll be back with you next weekend for another game. I'll figure it out during the week. I usually pick one game. I don't know if it'll be Montreal or it could be Ottawa. We'll see. But I will be live again next weekend. So if you enjoyed it, subscribe. We'll be back next weekend for another hockey night in Canada. I won't have too many more of these, at least in the regular season. So thank you again, and I shall speak to you soon, everybody.